I don't need to be on it right now.
So now, I see, I got you. I see S for Sue. All right. MM, Mary Miller. PL for Pat. Oh, so Mike's getting on his phone or what? What's happening here?
Yes.
Can you see me? I'm on Sue's phone.
Yes.
I hear you. Oh, there you are.
You are. Oh, that's a lot better.
You're still ugly.
I look just like you.
Yeah.
How do I get rid of this toolbar here? Mary started recording. Okay, so
I'm recording. So Dad, I think, is there a button? Mom, what did you click on yesterday? It was something like view and then toggle full screen.
Go to the top of the purple bar.
I know, but I don't know if it's the same kind. It's toggle full screen, but we're in that.
Yeah.
We're in that right now.
Yeah. So, Dad, do you see the full screen?
as far as I know,
Okay. So everything's
the bar in the middle.
I'm trying to figure out how to minimize this control bar.
Virtual parties with old people.
I know. Well, no, what I want to actually commend Aunt Gloria.
There it is. Oh, no.
The least technical of all of us, and she's having zero problems, and we all are having problems.
Yeah, Gloria, you got this down right away.
Exactly. All right, are we all ready? Can everybody see? Can everybody hear?
Yes.
Yes.
Can
We're
you-
Sue.
Yes.
What are you doing?
She's trying to log into the computer again, so we can see a bigger screen.
I want to see what they see.
All right, are we going to sing happy birthday now?
Yeah, so no, I want to share with you. Well, first of all, I wanted to say welcome. Thank you all for taking time to
It's so Microsofty.
learn this new technology so we can all be together virtually to honor Capri Pappas on her amazing achievement of graduating from Ohio Wesleyan University. Woo! That's why we're all here today. I wanted to share with you real quick, share my screen. I'm just going to share with you. I put together a little agenda. We could keep it informal, but I just wanted to have some stuff that, some things that we could do. So I just wanted to make sure everybody had a chance to say hi and welcome everybody. And then I wanted to go through and share with you guys a video. It's a commencement address that Tim Cook, who's the CEO of Apple, he gave it he gave a virtual commencement address to students from Ohio State University, which I know, Capri, is not your university, but it is another one in the great state of Ohio. But I wanted to share it with everybody because I listened to it and I just thought he had a really, really good message for graduates, all the people who are graduating this year. And I just thought it would be something we could share with Capri and with all of us. And then after that, we have some photos that we want to show, and we have some awards that we want to give Capri. And then we're, because Capri, you weren't able to walk across the stage at your university, we wanted to give you, and I know you already received your diploma in the mail the other day, but we wanted to formally present it to you to kind of have a little celebration while you're at home. And then we'll have a toast, and then anything that you want to say as well. Does that sound good?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to share. I'm going to stop sharing. I want to play this video for you guys. Before I play the video, did anybody want to say anything else before we get started?
No, can you hear everyone as everyone talks?
Yeah, can you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let me just get this queued up.
Mike is muted if he cares.
Okay, Mike, you're muted.
No,
No, we just unmuted ourselves. Can you hear us?
Oh, now they're off.
Yeah.
Okay. We switched back to the laptop.
Yeah, I want to ask her how to get rid of that bar.
I didn't do anything.
Hear the audio.
Oh, no. This is her TV. This is Tim Cook talking.
Thank you, President Drake. Good afternoon, OSU. Before we get to the important work of your future, I want to take a moment to consider our past. As 1918 dawned, a young Assistant Secretary of the Navy, just 36 at the time, was headed overseas, tasked with making sure America's green and untested troops were ready for action in Europe's Great War. An iconoclastic poet and academic, barely 30, balanced odd jobs as a high school teacher and banker after the outbreak of war had dashed his hopes of defending his dissertation. And a young nurse, only 20, began caring for wounded soldiers at a military hospital in Toronto. She worked ever longer hours as a strange sickness began to appear beside the wounds of war. By the time the Spanish flu swept through their countries, their communities, and their bodies, these three would be forever changed. Franklin Delano Roosevelt was carried off a military ship on a stretcher. Once he had recovered back home in New York, he was the nominee for vice president, beginning a career in national politics that would change the course of history. While lying in his sickbed, T.S. Eliot began writing what would become The Wasteland, his poetic masterpiece. It begins, "April is the cruelest month," and it began a movement of literary modernism that would win him the Nobel Prize for Literature. And when Amelia Earhart finally caught the flu from one of her patients, her recovery was more complicated and painful than most. To pass the long and boring hours of quarantine and social distance, she would watch the airplanes coming and going, and she started to wonder whether she might like a change of career. Graduates, I'm sorry that we're not celebrating together today. Your class is a special one, marked by history like few others in OSU's 150 years. And while we aren't shoulder to shoulder in the horseshoe, filling it to the rafters, I know your parents, your loved ones, your friends and teachers are no less overwhelmed with the pride in you and in what you have achieved. It can be difficult to see the whole picture when you're still inside the frame, but I hope you wear these uncommon circumstances as a badge of honor. Those who meet times of historical challenge with their eyes and hearts open, forever restless and forever striving, are also those who leave the greatest impact on the lives of others. In every age, life has a frustrating way of reminding us that we are not the sole authors of our story. We must share credit, whether we'd like to or not, with a difficult and selfish collaborator called our circumstances. And when our glittering plans are scrambled, as they often will be, and our dearest hopes are dashed, as will sometimes happen, we're left with a choice. We can curse the loss of something that was never going to be, or we can see reasons to be grateful for the yank on the scruff of the neck in having our eyes lifted up from the story we were writing for ourselves and turned instead to a remade world. When I joined Apple in 1998, I couldn't believe my luck. I was going to spend the rest of my life working for Steve Jobs. But fate comes like a thief in the night. The loneliness I felt when we lost Steve was proof there is nothing more eternal or more powerful than the impact we have on others. Those of us who can look back on this time and remember inconveniences and even boredom can count themselves lucky. Many more will know real hardship and fear. Others still will be cut to the bone. And while we turn to our loved ones and friends for comfort, think hard about those whose impact on your life is more distant, but no less meaningful. Think about an undocumented father, ignored or scorned by his community, who is putting himself at risk in the fields today to feed his family and yours. Think about a single mother who stocks shelves at night and drives a city bus in the morning, without whom so much would fall apart. Think about the hospital orderly scrubbing down the ward on hands and knees, whose work today is as solitary and sacred as a high priest purifying a temple. Most of all, think about how you, blessed with a world-class education, might act and work and be differently when all this is said and done. Memorialize in your heart the way in which these times reveal what really matters, the health and well-being of our loved ones, the resilience of our communities, and the sacrifices made by those from doctors to garbage collectors who give their whole selves to serving others. Not being able to leave the house leaves you with a lot of odd gaps of time to fill. I've been trying to use them to read, and I keep coming back to Abraham Lincoln. I'd recommend it to anyone who wants to put these times into perspective. You'll be shocked at how clever and funny and alive his thinking still is, how this reserved and humble man managed in noisy times to call others to hope. And as we celebrate OSU's 150th anniversary, it's worth remembering that the school wouldn't exist without the land-grant university system that Lincoln signed into law. It's also hard to imagine someone more defined by their circumstances. Lincoln found his country on fire and chose to run into the flames. And he gave everything he had to bring his people, chaotic and squabbling, fundamentally flawed yet fundamentally good, along with him. The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present, he said. The occasion is piled high with difficulty, and we must rise with the occasion. As our case is new, so we must think anew and act anew. We must disenthrall ourselves, and then we shall save our country. Graduates, your case is new. For you, the old dogmas have never been an option. You don't have the luxury of being enthralled. You enter a world of difficulty with open eyes, tasked with writing a story that is not necessarily of your choosing, but is still entirely yours. You're the pride of your parents and grandparents, of aunts, uncles, and teachers, of the communities that shaped you in ways seen and unseen. You weren't promised this day. Many of you had to fight hard to earn it. Now it's yours. Think anew. Act anew. Build a better future than the one you thought was certain. And in a fearful time, call us once again to hope. Congratulations to you all. Be great. Be well. Thank you very much.
The awkward dissonant clapping.
There we go. There we go.
Did you stop sharing?
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
There it goes.
Okay. All right. So thank you for indulging me and listening to that. Like I said, I've listened to it a few different times, and I just thought it had a really, really good message. And hopefully, Capri, you could relate to what he was saying and take away something. I think he has a good message to give to all the graduates this year.
Yeah, it was cool. I like all the historical stuff too. It was nice.
Yeah, I know. It makes me want to read about Abraham Lincoln and take his advice. So, well, we are at the point where we have a photo show that we want to go through. So, changing this to focus less on Tim Cook and more on Capri. And so we wanted to share with you a little photo collection. Your grandma, mom, spent a lot of time pulling photos together, but everybody contributed, sent in photos and gave ideas for how to pull this presentation together. And so we just wanted to share it with you, a little glimpse back over the 4 years you spent in college, and hopefully it'll put a smile on your face. So give me a second while I share my screen yet again. See when you click that, include system audio. That's why, yeah, teaching you that.
Interesting. Okay. I never knew that.
Yeah.
The green screen. It's the green screen.
Oh.
Sorry.
Is it supposed to be progressing?
Yeah, it's supposed to be progressing. Just give me 1 second. Sorry. All kinds of technical difficulties. So I stopped sharing.
You see that bar in the center? Not a button. I should get rid of that thing.
Close all the other ones.
I
Just have
know.
one open.
I just want to see which one this is.
I don't want to.
Give me 1 sec. I had it all ready.
Matt, well,
Close that deck.
I can't because I need to come back to it.
Also, you can come back to it. But, well, let's see if it works.
Yeah, it'll work. Okay. All right, trying again.
It's to be like closer, else he goes away.
Did you just close it? Reopen it?
Yeah. There's when all else fails.
You get our,
Share your desktop.
I'm just gonna share this one.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's the green screen.
he could have put up real.
Yes. You cover like everything.
Mary edited a few things out.
Well, a lot of it was there.
Most of it was.
Yeah.
Which is bad.
All right. Around here. So that's the photo album. Thanks, Mom. Again, thanks for everybody for contributing photos as well. Liked it, Capri.
Yeah, really cute.
I could send you the master file as well, but like I said, I'm recording all of this. So you'll have the whole party and then you have the photo album.
Okay, yeah, that works out.
Yeah. And so now, Capri, we have some special awards for you.
Okay.
And that Mom is going to hand them to you as we present them. And I was going to show them on the screen, but I think it's better if we see you and as you're getting them. And if you want, if you could hold them up so everybody could see the award after you receive it. And so the first one, Mom, you want to lead us through this? Tell us what the first one is. Is it from Aunt Gloria?
If I have them in order, it's Gloria, yeah.
So Aunt Gloria, are you ready to present Capri with your award?
Yes, I am.
All right. Okay.
Closer.
So go ahead and hand it to her, Mom.
Aw, that was cute. So it says most likely to travel the entire world. That's the picture of us at Greece.
I'm proud of you, Capri. Congratulations. And I know you're going to go far and you're going to make a difference, a huge difference in this world. And I can't be any prouder than I am at this moment. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Grandpa Bob.
Okay.
Aw.
Dad, are you ready?
I think so.
Okay. Go ahead, Mom.
Yeah, it says most thoughtful.
Well, Capri,
There you go.
first of all, I just wanted to mention, it is sad that we have the current situation with pandemics and riots and all, but today, on this celebration day for you, America proved once again that it can rise above all that garbage. I don't know if you saw the space lift today, but it was awesome. And to me, it's a symbol of hope. And I know you're going to take advantage of it. And the one thing that came to my mind when Mary was asking me, what can we talk about, was a simple little thing like this. And it's always with me. And I told Aunt Mary that this was one of my favorite gifts ever because I use it every day. You know how important it is to me because it's your thoughtfulness. You realize that I'm a professional couch potato. It's always behind my head. I think it's awesome. And I thank you very much for it. And I know your thoughtfulness is going to carry you a long way, in addition to all the other great traits. And Helen also realized that your thoughtfulness shows up in another way.
All the thank you cards you write, Capri. Everybody else says, thank you for your generosity. I really appreciate it. You say a lot more. I love to get thank you cards from me. We knew you would be a writer, or you will write. So we love you, Capri. Congratulations.
And good luck with the next step. Is that going to be in England, by the way?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Are they going to hold classes? Do you know yet?
Yeah, so they don't know for sure exactly how it's going to happen, but
Well, one way or another, it's going to happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
And what's the next one?
This one is from me
Okay.
It says most likely to become a famous author.
and Papa.
Yeah, see.
Is that one from?
Mom, Joe.
Oh,
Before you learned how to read or write, you were a storyteller and an illustrator. And you used to draw pictures, and then Papa, you would dictate the story to him. And most of the time, they started with one day, and then you would go on from there. And
Rudolph and Grassy.
Yeah, and we have all these stories in a book downstairs. And when you are a famous author, we're going to sell them on eBay and hire someplace nice. But anyhow, you did, jumping ahead, you went to middle school and got a computer and started to write even more. And then you discovered anime and your imagination blossomed. And Capri now has, she started out with a few hundred followers. She now has thousands of people following her and some of her stories. And before I had completed her college classes here, computer, she was able to pre-sell commissions to people that follow her, and she's writing stories for them and making money. So she is self-employed.
Wow. Cool.
Very little overhead on her part. And I know that this is not just a fantasy. She will be a famous author one day. So you're on your way.
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay,
Thank you.
this one is from Auntie Mary.
Okay. Cool. So it says most likely to become a doctor, PhD.
Oh. Yep.
Yeah.
So Capri, I'm presenting you with this award, the most likely to become a doctor award, because of your keen intelligence and your love for learning. You know, from the time you were young, you had early academic achievements. You've had academic achievements your whole life, but you've been a really good student, and I can relate to that. I love being a good student as well. But and also from the time that we visited the University of Washington in that photo, I knew that you would dive deep into your studies and go far, and maybe even make a whole life out of academia, and take full advantage of everything there is to learn and just keep learning your entire life. And so as you head to York, England, for your graduate degree, I anticipate that there will probably be another degree after that, making you the first doctor in our family, the first person in our family to become a doctor, PhD. So good luck to you, and good luck with your continued studies. I can't wait for your next chapter.
Thank you. Yeah, I would like to do that. That'd be awesome.
And last but not least, from your dad.
It says the bishop most likely to have a sparkling future. Bishop is my school's mascot, so.
Yeah, well, Capri, nobody really knew what a bishop was. I had a few questions about that, but the battling bishops are the school mascot, or the representative of Ohio Wesleyan University. So I can't believe you're 22 years old and you graduated college. I remember you chasing around bugs in the backyard with a net, and I didn't know what the hell she was saying. Capri was saying "vichyssoise," "vichyssoise," and I thought she was French. I thought maybe somebody mixed up my kid with another kid at the hospital, but she was saying butterfly, and that was the beginning of Capri's vocabulary. And you know, I read your post today, Capri. What a heartfelt post, from so many different perspectives on your graduation. Your vocabulary has blossomed way more than, well, you're a chip off the old block. Let's put it that way. Your vocabulary, your love of writing, your expressionism, you know, everything you've done over these past 22 years. I couldn't be prouder as a father of everything you've accomplished. And I know, to kind of piggyback on what Mary said, beyond being a doctor, your experiences, your education, your heart, you will have the brightest future. And you will be able to do anything you want, whether it's in academia, being an author, even taking care of animals. As one point you wanted to be a veterinarian. So whatever it is you do, I'm sure you're going to be a great success.
Thank you.
Capri, just wanted to say congratulations, of course. I know I've watched you over the last 6 years truly blossom. I'm honored to be your stepmom and watch you grow. And this is definitely not the end. It's only your beginning, and great things are going to be coming your way. So just keep reaching for all those dreams. Love you and congratulations.
Thank you.
You daughter.
Love you too.
Well, great awards from everybody. Thank you guys for pulling those together. And now the biggest award of them all is the presentation of your diploma. So I know you already received it in the mail, but we wanted to take this moment to see you actually accept it and be awarded with the diploma, so we can all be part of that. So,
This is certified that the Board of Trustees of Ohio Wesleyan University, on the recommendation of the faculty, hereby confers upon Capri Anna Pappas the degree of Bachelor of Arts, magna cum laude.
Fancy. Thank you. There it is.
that was all. Even the dogs are barking.
That's their way of clapping.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank them for their support.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Now we have a nice frame for it and everything.
Oh, all the dogs are barking. Oh my gosh.
Except for ours. He's
Dogs
actually
without a dog. We don't have a dog.
for the first time ever.
Yeah, might be time for you guys to get a dog. Okay, and so well, we wanted to give a toast. I think, Mike, I know you just said a lot of really nice things, but we want to raise a glass and give a toast to the new graduate now that it's official, that we've made it
I
official.
happen to have one right here. So yes, let's, if everybody has a cocktail or a drink there.
He's almost done pouring him.
Okay,
Oh,
Just
okay,
pour it
let's
and wait
let
for
them
Joe.
pour, because Mary, Capri's screen froze. So I can't
Uh-oh.
see them. Looks
No,
like,
you're okay. I think it's your bandwidth, Mike, because I can see her moving.
oh, you can?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can everybody else see her moving?
I see Papa's gone and Grandma and
yeah,
Capri.
they're getting a drink.
Yeah, they scooted off to grab cocktails.
There we go.
That's all right. Well, anyway, at least you're not picking your nose while you're frozen, Capri and Grandma, so that's good. Good. Okay,
Yeah, they're not.
they're not moving. All right. Let me know if you guys are ready. Do you have your drink?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay. All right. Well, on behalf of the best part of the class of 2020, to my daughter, the graduate with the Bachelor of Arts from Ohio Wesleyan, congratulations, Capri. We love you, and to your future successes in the world. Cheers.
Cheers.
And Uncle Rich disappeared.
Yeah. What's going on? There, it showed up again.
Fades in and out of the screen.
What she got? Rich must be tilting backwards. He like disappears in the balloon and comes back. Like, there he goes.
I need that at meetings, really
Now he
bad.
knows what's happening, so he's doing it on purpose.
Get to that background, download that thing. Last time I touched it, it refreshed. Capri's holding orange juice or whatever, or
Laughing.
mimosa.
Does
Roll
anybody
it in.
know how to get rid of that bar in the center, the control bar?
No, we all have.
Drag it down.
I think
Yeah.
if you click
Did you
someplace
find
else
it?
on the
Yeah.
screen,
Clicking where?
any place else on the screen.
No, it's still there.
Is it still there?
No.
Oh,
There it goes.
Yeah.
It went.
She's
It's
right.
gone.
What?
What did you do? Right click?
Place else
I
on the
clicked on
screen.
your face.
Yeah, just click someplace else on the
Yeah,
screen.
your face. All
Just
right.
click on a picture, any picture.
Oh, there.
Do nothing. Doesn't do anything.
Oh, you just can't move the mouse.
There.
Yeah,
Okay.
but see, it pops right back up.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Don't move your mouse. After you click, don't move the mouse.
Yeah.
There, your left click.
Diggity dog. Timing's perfect. Right at the end, I finally get rid of the bar.
Just click on his face and it'll go away. Don't move.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
No,
Oh, okay.
no, we
I
can't.
was
hear.
gonna start swearing, but I won't.
All right, so Capri, can you tell us how you're spending the rest of summer before you go to York? What are you doing?
Nothing. Just kidding.
Nothing.
Hopefully to see people from a distance, obviously, but now that things are loosening up, I hope to see some people. Yeah. Being careful and everything, and yeah, like Graham mentioned, I'm doing my writing commissions. People are, it's a whole thing, but it's like a certain word count. They pay me for however many words, and they tell me what they want me to write. And pretty much the condition is the customers want me to share that with everyone, so I get to share and then get more publicity that way. And everyone gets to read them, and I get more people that want writing, so it's working out. It's really fun.
Great.
I'm writing stuff I want to write too. I mean, everyone that wants stories, they want me to write stories that I like, their ideas, so it's actually really fun. So I hope to keep doing that for as long as I can until I'm too busy, need to cut back a little bit. But yeah, it's really cool. Yeah.
When do you leave for York?
September 28th is the first day of classes, so sometime before then. I'm not sure how much before, but hopefully by then things will be much safer, and be in a better shape over there. So they seem pretty hopeful that things will be opened up. So I think it'll be okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you mentioned in Facebook, I think, that you're helping OWU document.
Yeah.
stuff.
So
Can you tell us about that?
yeah, so OWO is doing like a virtual archive of the pandemic, and so they're asking just for anything, writing or pictures or video. So I recorded a short video just talking about what happened to, in my experience. Like, we came over spring break, we got the news, we couldn't return, and then just like how I felt about it. And it was pretty much the same as my post, just kind of more vocally, and then just saying how much, I missed the last part of my life at OWU, but I don't regret everything that I did, and I took advantage of everything. So, which is really nice. Then my professor shared it with Rock, and then he even said he was moved, and I was like, oh, okay, So, yeah, it was nice.
That's great.
Yeah, so I hope that it helps, help archive what happened, and if they have to show students in the future, I kind of tried to say, like, at the end, like, anyone watching this, hopefully you guys, this doesn't happen ever again. You guys really appreciate that ceremony you get. So, yeah.
Definitely.
There's still a possibility that there will be a graduation ceremony. I talked to a gentleman at the library, and he said they're trying their hardest to have something.
Mhm.
If the rules allow for it, if things get a little better. So
Back on campus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They haven't said anything about when that would be, if, so it's all up in the air right now, but hopefully maybe before I go back, and if not, sometime when I am back, it'd be nice, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also the stories that Capri has sold, commissioned, she already has repeat customers that want more. So that's really good.
Yeah.
Sounds like you have a new business manager, Capri.
I know. I have
Agent.
In
How about an
marketing
agent?
team.
Yeah.
3 people who are like, keep putting me on just indefinitely. I'm like, okay, sure thing.
What platform are you using to sell your stories? Is it like a freelance platform?
Yeah, it's a website. Archive of Our Own is like it's like a place where it sounds exactly what it's called. It's where they post stories of all sorts, pretty much all forms of fandom literature. So yeah, I do it on there.
That's great.
Yeah.
So see, Mike, she finally did get a job.
I know, gosh, I'm like,
And
hey,
every summer, when is she gonna get a job?
like when a bar opens up and they have their first sale, they take $1 and they tape it to the wall. You tape some dollars on your wall yet from your first stories?
They don't get dollars anymore.
Oh,
They
that's
don't
right.
get physical cash.
Can you
Actual
get
dollar.
your Bitcoin up on the wall
Yeah.
or something? I don't know. What the heck?
I don't have any Bitcoins, no.
She has a secret account.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry about the graduation. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. And I know that it's a very difficult time, to be able to go through that and to, have the dreams that you had for graduation. But, it's kind of like getting your pocket picked, I guess. I mean, and you look back in your whole life, it'll be something that will be special. It'll define your grade. And I know it's difficult, but your pockets will fill up with a lot of other great things in life. And this will be a small speed bump. It's hard to see that now, but it will be. It won't be anything that's going to last with you for a long, long time. What matters most is what you achieve and what's in your heart and where your mind takes you. So don't ever forget that. Just continue to push forward, and you'll look back at this and it's really going to be a very minor thing, hopefully, in the long run, right?
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's hard right now, but once everything's blown over, I think, I'll be remembering all the good stuff at OWU, all the, almost 4 years, pretty much all the way. It's like 3 1/4, or 3 3/4.
0.8675.
Yeah. There you go. So.
No, it seems like you had so many great experiences and a lot of great memories. It was fun to work on that photo album because I got to see parts of your college that your experience there that I hadn't seen before. So it was really nice to pull that together and share with everybody. And I have a better sense of, how you spent the past 4 years, and you had some really special times, from just the time that you spent on campus and with your roommates, but then your semester overseas as well. It's just a really cool experience that you had.
Yeah. I was gonna say they sent out a survey or something, and one of them is a question of it was like a form to thank your scholarship donors and people that are alumni. And one of the questions was, what's one of your favorite memories at OWU? And that question took me like 20 minutes to answer because I didn't know which one to pick. It's like there was too many, and the rest were so straightforward, like career goals and stuff. But that one, I was like, I don't know what to say. There's so many.
So. What was your answer?
I picked one that was when we surprised one of my roommates with, we filled the room with balloons, like the whole floor. So like we had balloons in the room for like a week and a half because we just wouldn't want to get rid of them. So there was just nothing on the ground but like crazy amounts of balloons everywhere. We're just kicking them like soccer balls for like the week. It was just really fun. So that's one of them.
That's great.
I'm looking at Rich, he just cracks me up.
So getting
He's like a kazooie, in and out, and his head it disappears and stuff. Whoop, he's gone.
Rich is in and out, in and out, in and out.
Gone. He's back.
Oh, now we can see more. Now I see.
Wish I could do that, Rich.
What was that old ad? Don't let your light fade away. Or, I don't know. It's old school. It has nothing to do with anything.
You tried.
Well, that's good. Okay, Capri, any speech?
I don't know. My speech was kind of that already.
That was not
Okay.
nice.
I know, it was an impromptu.
No, it's okay. I mean, really though, thank you guys for pulling this together. And it was just nice hearing everything and seeing everyone, even if we can't all be together in one place. And it was nice meeting Linda too. I've heard lots of good things. Yeah, so it's just.
I've heard wonderful things about all of you.
Yeah, I hope we can actually meet each other soon.
We will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even me?
Even you. She said wonderful things about you, Mike.
Who did? Who did? My Aunt Gloria?
Did you? Yeah. Did you pay her? Did you pay her?
No.
Maybe a
wonderful.
little bit. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, I've given her all of the family secrets.
Oh,
I've told
boy.
them all.
I want to thank Mary for pulling this all together.
Yes.
Technology, all your hard work. I'm sure it's very easy for you, but thank you for your patience and bringing us all together.
Yeah.
Great job. Great job.
And thank
Mary,
all.
I want to second that. I think it was an awesome job that you did. Thank you very much. And also, Capri, good luck to you. Have fun in merry old England.
Yeah, I will. I'm excited.
Good.
Go back, but it's also go somewhere new because it's not the same. So I'm really excited.
And Capri, this isn't a total replacement for the party that was supposed to be for today. We had reservations at Moretti's for today, on this very day to celebrate in person. And we will still have that celebration. We have to still, as you and I have spoken before, figure out a date that will work before you get on that big metal jet plane and go over to York. So for everybody here, we will huddle up on that, and we'll figure out what the next steps are, and hopefully be able to do that before you take off without wearing a mask while we're having a cocktail and some hors d'oeuvres and some dinner or something. Okay.
Mm.
Mary, if there's a way that you can zoom in, unfortunately, I will not be able to be there, but I would like to at least see a little bit of the celebration that Mike is talking about. So in some way, I would like to be there, even if it's via the computer.
But what if it's late summer? You might be able to.
I don't know if I could make it or not.
Yeah, well,
Well,
we'll
what you
play
could
later.
do is download Snapchat on your phone, and we'll Snapchat you some videos while we're at the party.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's a lot we could do with technology, so we'll figure it out. We'll make sure that you're there and you're participating in one way, shape, or form, okay?
thank you.
Like Rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, wake up, Rich.
Oh, it's so funny. Brother, I miss you, man. I haven't seen you guys in a while. We got to get back out to Napa.
I know.
Yeah, I
that's-
know.
Yo, we'll second that.
Yeah,
Hey, yeah, we got to get together. We got to do that.
When all this is over, I have a feeling we'll be making all kinds of plans everyone's going to want to travel and go places. A lot of pent up demand. So
That's
look
right.
forward to that sometime soon.
Yeah.
Next fall.
Yeah.
Mary,
Yeah, okay, Rich, there you are.
Capri,
Goodbye.
Capri, are you leaving in September for London?
Yeah, that should be.
And how long will you be there?
A full year, like a full year, but I should be back in December for a month for Christmas and then maybe April. But then I go back until following September.
Well, I wish you the best of
Yeah,
luck.
it's wonderful.
Thank you.
And I know you're going to do well.
Mhm.
I'm really excited. Yeah, they have a great center there. My professor said one of the best in the world, and I was like, okay, I take your word for it. So, yeah.
And what will your master's be in exactly? Is it medieval,
Yeah, medieval studies.
medieval studies? Okay, so not history, but studies.
Probably, yeah, it encompasses more than just the historical part. So, yeah.
Wow.
That's great.
Mhm. And what will your PhD be in?
Probably the same thing.
Yeah, good. Then you can teach us all about it.
Happy to. Yeah, I love talking
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. That'd be great. Mhm. All right.
Well, enjoy your weekend, Capri, and be proud of all that you've accomplished. And know we're all proud of, very proud of you. And congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yes.
One more toast, and then I have a little, as we sign off, I have a little song to play for you to make this really, really official. But I want to make sure that if anybody has
Get rid of
anything,
your husband.
whatever.
He's gone.
I know, he's
When you
right
There
here.
you go. Hey.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna play one more, and I do have to share my screen, but thanks again for everybody for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you,
And
Mary.
thanks for putting this together, Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. It was great.
And I will share my final slide.
Hey, Capri, did Grandma share that bun cake with you or not?
Yeah, I'll get it.
Okay.
I'm excited for it.
Kinder than I might not have shared it.
Hold on one second.
So that's on Mary's screen, that little
I
script.
keep forgetting this. Open share tray.
It's like the Oscars, where they read the wrong movie.
They have to.
you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Oh, you're finished with yours. I should catch up.
Is that it?
Yeah. All right, so I recorded
Good to see
this.
everybody.
It's good to see you guys. I'll send out a copy of the recording to everybody.
Nice to meet you, Linda.
Okay.
Thank you. Nice meeting all of you.
Nice to meet you, Linda.
Nice to meet you,
Oh,
Linda.
we're time delay.
Thanks.
Thank you guys.
Hopefully I'll see you in person soon.
All right.
Thank you, Ellie.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I guess we gotta hang up.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
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 All right.
That was cool.